Welcome to Teen Kids News. I'm Livia. Let's start with our top story for this week. You can be the best of friends or constantly fighting. Sometimes you feel no one understands you better. Then there are times you fear that no one understands you less. No question about it, a girl's relationship with her mother can be complicated. But as Katie reports, it doesn't have to be.
All right, girls, what are some of the things that your mom does that just drive you crazy?
I think when she says, like, I'm not allowed to go somewhere, or like tells me, like, you can't wear that.
She goes through my phone and my computer, so that's annoying.
Oh, she cleans my room without asking me, and I can't find anything. And so, yeah.
As for my mother, well, since she's a regular viewer of Teen Kids News, I'll just say, hi, Mom! But let's continue. To help us better understand the unique world of mother-daughter relationships, we're joined by psychologist Roni Cohen Sandler. She's the author of a number of books on this subject, including I'm Not Mad, I Just Hate You. Well, that title sure sums up how a lot of girls feel sometimes about their moms. Does that mean they don't have a close and loving relationship?
Not at all. In fact, the opposite is true. So much of the time you're so close to your mom and she feels so close to you, the relationship is so important to both of you that it can arouse a lot of intense feelings, both good and bad.
Why do so many girls in their teen years have issues with their moms?
Well, it actually makes a lot of sense developmentally because this is the time of life where you're kind of at cross purposes with your mom sometimes. You may want to have more freedom, but you're still living at home and mom makes the rules. You may want to make more of your own decisions, but mom may have very definite ideas about you doing things her way. So it's actually not a surprise that there are more clashes during this time period.
Everyone gets into arguments, but moms and daughters can really battle it out. What are the top 3 things that cause the most friction?
First of all, miscommunication. You can feel so close to your mom that you sort of feel like maybe she should be able to read your mind and vice versa. But in fact, that's not true, and so we all have to communicate. We have to say what we mean, and we also have to speak respectfully to each other. The second one is mistrust. This happens because trust is a two-way street, not just with girls having to be trustworthy to their moms, but vice versa as well. So moms have to be reliable and dependable and honest also. And the third thing is that sometimes girls feel like they can't be themselves. They feel like their mothers have maybe too strong ideas about what they should be doing or who they should be, and that can cause a lot of conflict also.
You write that technology can also affect the relationship. How?
Well, a number of different ways actually. First of all, there are so many different ways that moms and daughters can connect with each other these days, which can be a good thing, but on the other hand, they both have to be clear about what they think is appropriate. So how many texts can you send each other throughout the day, and at what times of day? What do you both feel like is a good thing? The second thing is with technology, and especially with social media, the boundaries for privacy can be very, very fuzzy. So I think it's really important for you to talk with your moms and decide what you think is private and what is public. So there will be no misunderstandings about who's reading emails or texts or going onto social media sites.
That makes sense. What advice do you have for a girl who's finding she's often getting angry at her mother? I'm not talking about me, Mom.
Of course not. So I think it's really important to think about why you're getting angry. Decide if it's just one thing that's really, really bothering you about your mom, or maybe, in fact, it's really not about your mom at all, or very little about her. Maybe there's something that's bothering you that has nothing to do with her, but she's an easy person to take it out on. Either way, before you talk to her, it's a really good idea to empathize with her. Think about where she's coming from. Think about how she's feeling, because that can take the sting out of anger. And if you do decide to talk to her, it's really good to be in a calm voice.
Any other tips on getting along?
I think it's really important to focus on the positive. You and your mom are going to have a relationship, a wonderful, close relationship for your whole life. And so I think it's really important to remember to take the time to spend time together that's fun. Not talking about conflict, but just enjoying each other.
Great advice. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
There's an old Jewish saying that God couldn't be everywhere, so he invented mothers. But mothers have to understand that there's another famous saying as well: less is more. For both mothers and daughters, the best relationships are built on trust, mutual respect, and good communication. That there's love goes without saying. For Teen Kids News, I'm Katie.
Meet an amazing gymnast who kept on training despite facing challenges that would have benched most other athletes.
Here's a story to keep in mind next time you feel like you have too many worries. It's about a girl who refuses to let cancer get in her way. In fact, as Jacqueline reports, thanks to breakthrough medical treatments, she's barely even slowing down.
Haley makes walking on her hands look easy. Yes, her teammates can do it too, but consider this. Just in the past 4 years, Haley has had surgery for a brain tumor and multiple radiation treatments.
Get on top fast, swing up. It's like a bulldozer. She just plows through whatever comes at her. No matter what, she kept pushing through and trying to do workouts, try to stay up with the group.
Talk about being able to bounce back. This Texas teen has earned a spot on one of the top squads in the state.
I've been doing gymnastics since I was 5.
She also had been having headaches since she was 5. But it wasn't until she was 11 that doctors discovered the reason: a tumor in her brain. And that meant surgery.
I wasn't scared or nervous. I mean, they didn't really tell me like, oh, well, you're gonna have brain surgery. So, I mean, it was not a big deal to me.
We didn't really even tell her the severity of what was going on because she was so young.
The biggest question on Haley's mind was, when could she start gymnastics again?
The doctor said I could not go upside down for 3 months. And so as soon as that was over, I did a handstand in his office.
Come on, Haley! Come on, baby.
Soon, she was back in action. Here she is at a tournament in Chicago. The bars, the beam, and the floor exercises, all in top form.
Good job, Haley!
But just a month later, at a different meet, she suffered a seizure. Feeling herself losing control, she struggled to hang on.
Well, I kind of fell out of my turn, and so I was like out of it for a second. And so I just finished up the turn, and then I had to dance into a corner. I danced, and then I was like, had to get back and focus, and I focused, finished my routine, and that was it.
The seizures continued. One happened during a sleepover party at the home of her best friend and teammate.
It was at 4 in the morning, and I was awake. Everybody had fallen asleep, and I look over, and Haley, it looks like she's almost like twitching. And then I went and got my mom, and we found out she was having a seizure.
The tumor was back. Her parents took her to MD Anderson Cancer Center. The doctor recommended a new kind of radiation called proton therapy. Because it pinpoints the tumor so precisely, there's less damage to nearby healthy cells.
She's a really smart kid, and I was able to really discuss therapy and radiation therapy and how we deliver it. I explained that proton therapy goes into the patient and then it stops, unlike X-ray therapy, which goes into the patient and goes out the other side.
Traditional radiation or the newer proton therapy, the choice was Haley's to make. Like a school project, she spent time doing research.
There was no question in her mind. She did not want to live with the seizure. She did not want to be over-medicated. She switched her research from regular traditional radiation to the proton therapy, and with what she read, she felt more comfortable with it.
Haley also decided to continue training, even through the treatment.
I chose to continue training because when I'm here, I feel like I'm at home, and so I mean, I just wanted to come in and train and stay positive.
She stayed positive, even when a knee injury put her on the sidelines again.
More. Hold. Hollow. Shoulders.
She's not quite ready to stick her landings, but she still makes an important contribution to the team. She's their inspiration.
Well, having Haley back, like watching her get her skills back and getting on track, it kind of made you get chills and smile. I mean, she always smiled and made us laugh through her hard times, and then every time you kind of had a hard time, she would always help you through it, and so she's just a really amazing girl.
Haley's teammates have been on this journey with her, not only at the gym, but at the hospital as well. When Haley started losing her hair because of the treatment, her best friend was there for her. They have advice for anyone with a friend going through an ordeal like this.
I would say don't change your relationship.
Just stick together, I think.
Keep doing the same things you used to do so that person who was sick could continue to feel like it was how it was before.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah.
Now Haley has the normal ambitions of any high school athlete.
I want to compete in collegiate gymnastics, and after that, I want to be a doctor.
Recently, Haley got to ring the gong at MD Anderson, a special ceremony showing her treatment is complete. Great news for a truly great teen.
Coming up, a subject that's as misunderstood as it is controversial. I'll explain when Teen Kids News continues.
Your opinion matters. That's why we call this segment Speak of the Week.
It's a question that strikes fear in the hearts of most students. Should school be year-round? Many other countries do it, and a lot of people believe that in order for the US to stay competitive, we need to do it too. So what do you think? Should school be year-round?
Oh no, I need like a break in between because like I need to sleep. And sometimes school can be like really stressful, so I need like that break to like let loose.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that summer is like a good time for everyone to just like relax and take a break from school. So, yeah.
Well, I am South Korean and I also have Chinese ancestry, and so, well, they have school all year round, and I can tell you that the kids there, they're really stressed and depressed, and so I don't think it would be a good idea. So,
I definitely do not think the United States should have school all year round because I need summer. I 100% need my summer. I already have tons of homework during the summer, so I would probably go crazy if I had to go to school all year round.
First of all, it's important to understand that year-round schooling doesn't mean more days of school. The regular school year has 180 days. So does year-round school. The difference is when you have time off. Rather than a long summer vacation, year-round school sprinkles more days off during the school year. Many educators believe that the long summer vacation puts us at a disadvantage. By the time school restarts, students tend to forget a lot of what they learned the previous school year. You might be surprised to know that the main reason for school ending in the spring and resuming in the fall wasn't to give us a great summer vacation. It was because kids were needed to help out on the family farm. And trust me, farm work is a lot harder than schoolwork. But Speak of the Week, I'm Eric.
This important message is brought to you by the National Road Safety Foundation.
Coming up, we'll show you how to make a healthy pasta dish that actually has no pasta in it.
Teen Kids News will be right back.
So stay with us.
If you love pasta, but don't love all the carbs, you'll love this dish. Nicole is going to learn how to make another healthy and easy to make recipe.
You might say that Kaylee Graham is cooking royalty. After all, she is Miss Teen USA 2014 and has the official sash to prove it. So what are we making today?
Today we are making some healthy, low-carb pasta that can be made in a microwave, in your dorm room, and for anyone that's on the go.
Sounds great. Let's get started.
All right, we're going to start with our zucchini. This is our pasta base. If you can go ahead and wash that for me.
All right.
Today, our pasta is going to come from this tool called a veggetti, and the veggetti actually makes pasta noodles out of different vegetables. So now that that's washed, I'm just going to cut the ends off.
Okay.
And you can see here we've actually already done some. I'm using this knife, so kids, make sure you have permission from your parent to use a knife. So we've got our ends cut off of our zucchini, and if you will just take this and we're going to spiralize it right into this bowl.
Wow, I love that word, spiralize.
Yeah, so just like this, you just twist it and it creates these awesome noodles.
Wow, that's so easy.
Isn't that great? And then you can pick up one of these at Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, really anywhere that sells those like as seen on TV kind of gadgets.
Very cool. And so this is actually what our pasta is made out of?
Yes, this is our pasta. And I think that's good combined with what we have.
Okay,
so,
great.
For one serving size, I normally use 1 zucchini. It just is a great base.
And so then this replaces all the carbs you would get in normal pasta.
Right, and you get all these added nutrients from the zucchini.
So a much healthier choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're just gonna toss this in the microwave for 2.5 minutes.
Okay, great.
Super quick. This goes right in. All right, so while that's cooking, we're gonna prep our spinach and mushrooms. And this is gonna just add a little more flavor to our spaghetti.
Okay.
We've got some fresh, clean spinach and mushrooms that are pre-sliced. We're going to put this in this microwave safe bowl because metal cannot go in the microwave.
Absolutely.
Might cause your microwave to explode. So we've got that.
And we're prepping this to get steamed in the microwave?
Yes.
And that's all it takes to steam them?
Right, you're just gonna add a little bit of water for me, just a little splash over here.
All right, how much is a splash?
Let's see, I'll tell you when.
All right.
And that's good.
All right.
Perfect. So yeah, it takes out all of the time that you would spend steaming vegetables like on the stovetop.
Right. It definitely cuts out all the time it takes to boil the water and set up the steamer and let them steam. So this seems so much easier.
Yeah, it's great. And we're just gonna wait for our zucchini to be done and switch this out.
Excellent.
So our zucchini just finished cooking. We cooked it for 2.5 minutes. And I'm taking it out. It's very hot, so I'm using oven mitts. And now I'm just gonna put in our spinach and mushrooms with a little water.
Great.
And we're going to cook that for 2.5 minutes as well.
So now what do we do with this?
This is our freshly steamed zucchini.
It looks beautiful.
We're going to strain it to get out all the excess water since whenever it was microwaved, it created a lot of steam. So we're just gonna use this, toss it in here.
Toss the bowl in there too.
Toss that in there too.
Okay, just toss our spaghetti around a little bit. Smells good.
Yeah, it's nice and fresh. We're gonna go ahead and plate that over here.
All right, just throw that on
toss
there.
that on.
Okay.
So we've got nice, freshly cooked zucchini noodles. We're gonna set that aside. And now as our spinach and mushrooms are cooking, we also have our veggie burger here. And I included this because, some people want extra protein in their spaghetti, or if you just want something that will give you some more energy. If you are vegan like me, then you can substitute this for a vegan burger, or you can use chickpeas and it makes just as good. So,
what does a vegan eat?
Well, vegans, we eat, lots of plants, veggies, fruit, whole grains, but no dairy, eggs, or meat. So, yeah, but all of these recipes, especially this one, it's great vegan, or if you don't like that, you can make it however you like.
Great, well, I can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
While the veggies are cooking, we're gonna take a quick break. Teen Kids News will be right back.
All right, our spinach and mushrooms are done now, so we're gonna take these out. Again with our oven mitts, and we're just going to put in the veggie burger for 1.5 minutes, or cook it as the directions say.
Great.
So these are our freshly steamed mushrooms and spinach.
Wonderful. Should we strain these as well?
You can, but it's not necessary.
Okay.
So we're just gonna put those on the plate after. We're gonna let them cool a little bit while our veggie burger is cooking.
All right.
Pass me a fork, please.
I would love to.
Thank you. You can toss these around. Lots of steam coming up. All right, actually, let's strain them. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna take them, put it in here. We got some more spinach. I'm a little bit of a klutz. All right.
And then just put these on top as well?
Yeah, so we're gonna top our spaghetti with it. And now we can mix these in. Just gives the noodles some great flavor.
Wonderful. It's the greenest pasta I've ever seen.
I know. Greens are great for you. I try and eat like as many greens as I possibly can. Make you happy, make your body happy.
Absolutely, make your mother happy as well.
That's right. All right. Our veggie burger is done.
Great.
I'm just gonna add this to the side.
So now we're almost ready to eat.
Yes, my favorite part. So now I've got all of our yummy food. We're just gonna top it with some marinara sauce.
So do you have to heat this beforehand?
You can if you'd like, but because the noodles are so hot, you don't really need to because it'll warm right up. So
that makes it even easier.
That's right. One less step. We're just gonna top that. Top some with the burger. And we are done.
Wonderful.
That's it. Super simple, super easy, and super healthy.
Shall we give it a try?
I'm game. Let's do it. It's nice and stringy like spaghetti.
Mmm. Mmm. Very different from what I was expecting, but super good.
Yeah, it's a nice substitute, and it's really quick and easy.
You can make this pasta at home or in your dorm room in about 10 minutes. All you really need are the ingredients and a microwave. You can find the recipe on our website. For Teen Kids News, I'm Nicole.
That sure looks delicious. For all of us here at Teen Kids News, have a great week.